4, this is Blue Group Maths learning video for your whole of week 7 learning. So once you finish day 1, just make sure you pause the video before you're ready for day 2. So this week we're focusing all on column multiplication, which I know you've done before, but we're just going to do a quick run through of multiplying a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number before you move on to problem solving. So one example we could do is 85 times 7. So what you need to do first is multiply the digit in the ones column by the bottom digit. Okay, so 5 1 times 7 ones is 35. Now you write it like this because you've got, in the number 35, you've got 3 tens, so you have to exchange the tens to the tens column. Next thing we need to do is we need to do 8 tens times 7, okay? So 8 times 7 is 56. And then we need to remember to add on or exchange. So 56 add 3 is 59, or 590. So then our answer is 595. Okay. Next thing you need to do is a word problem. It says there are 8 chocolates in a bag and Joseph has 56 bags to sell. So 8 chocolates in a bag and Joseph has 56 bags. How many does he have to sell altogether? You've just got 8 times 56. Okay. Next question. Here are 3 incorrect multiplications. You have to correct them yourself. Now you just have to work out each question again yourself. So when you do this, make sure you line up your columns properly so you've got the digits in the correct place value column. So for example, 61 times 5, the person who did it thought it was 35. We're going to do it again. We've got 1 times 5 is 5, okay? And then we've got 6 tens times 5 ones. So 6 times 5 is 30, or 300. So the answer is 305. So they didn't write their digits in the correct place value column. They forgot to put the 0 in as a place value holder. Okay, always, sometimes, or never. So this question, you have 3 statements, and the statements are either always true, sometimes true, or never true. So let's look at the first one together. When you multiply a 2-digit number by a 1-digit number, the answer has 3 digits. Okay, I'm not sure about that. So let's go through a few examples together. So let's do 27 times 6. 7 times 6 is 42. And then 2 times 6 is 12. Add on or exchange is 16. So that answer does have 3 digits, 162. That means this statement is definitely sometimes true, but let's work out if it's always true. So let's try another example. 13 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12, and then 1 times 4 is 4, add our 1 is 5. Okay, so the answer is 52. Now this actually only has 2 digits, which means this statement is only sometimes true. So you need to do the same thing for the other 2 statements. Moving on to day 2, and today you're learning to multiply 3-digit numbers by 1-digit numbers, okay? And we're going to go through a few examples together. For example, 728 times 9. So the first thing we need to do is multiply the ones digits together. So 8 ones times 9 ones is 72. And again, we carry the 7 tens to the tens column. Then we need to do 2 tens times 9, or 2 times 9 is 18, add our exchange is 25, or 250. And then we need to do 7 hundreds times 9, or 7 times 9 is 63, add 2 is 65. The answer is 6,552. So, moving on, the next thing you need to do is spot the mistake. So you've got Alex and Dexter both completed the same multiplication. Alex thinks 234 times 6 is 1,204. Dexter thinks the answer is 1,404. So who has the correct answer and what mistake's been made? So let's the thing you need to do here is work out 234 times 6 for yourself. So just make sure when you do this, you're lining your digits up in the correct place value column, and let's see who has the correct answer. Moving on then, Teddy and his mum were having a reading competition. In 1 month, Teddy read 814 pages. His mum read 4 times as many pages. So mum read 4 times as many. Okay, but that's not where the question ends. It then says how many pages did they read altogether. So you're finding how many pages Teddy and Mum read altogether. Now there are two ways to do this. Some of you might know a bit of a quicker way, but I'm just going to show you the more simple way. So I would do Teddy's pages 814 times 4, because Mum read 4 times as many, and then you'll get your answer. And then I'd do that answer, add the amount Teddy read. So that would be Mum's amount, add 814, which would give you the answer altogether. Okay, 1 small bag of sugar weighs 435 grams. How many grams are there in 3 bags of sugar? Most of you would have realised that's just 435 times 3, okay? So when you have these kind of questions, just make sure you highlight the key numbers in each question so you know what multiplication question you're going to be doing. Moving on to day 3, and today you're going to be using your knowledge of multiplication to do some problem solving. So you've got some quite lengthy word problems to do today. So I'm going to get my highlighter out to make sure I'm highlighting the key details that I'm going to need to answer with. So a school needs 5 pencils for each child in year 3 and 4 pencils for each child in year 4. Okay. Now the school has 64 children in year 3 and 62 children in year 4. So how many pencils does the school need all together for both of the year groups? So this is actually a 3-step problem because you need to work out how many pencils are needed for year 3, then how many are needed for year 4, and then you need to add your answers together. So year 3, you've got 64 children times 5 pencils. Year 4, you've got 62 children times 5 pencils, and then you've got to add your answers together. Okay, moving on to day 4, you're using your knowledge of multiplication again to do some more problem solving. So this question is called A Bit Fishy, and it says a goldfish costs £1.80. So one goldfish is £1.80, and then one angelfish is £1.40. Okay. Now Nazreen goes to the shop and she pays exactly £20 for some fish. How many of each kind did she buy? Okay. Now this question is not going to be something you can work out really quickly. You're going to have to work systematically and go slowly to do lots of different trial and errors. Okay. So even looking at the numbers up there, I can see that 10 goldfish, which is £1.80 times 10, is £18 already. Then you'd only have £2 left over, and you wouldn't be able to buy an exact amount of angelfish. So use your known facts to have a go at working this out. Okay, maybe choose a bit of a smaller number than 10 to start with, and keep trying different multiplications until you get to the exact amount of £20. Okay, good luck with the rest of your learning.